U.S. Election 2024. Obama names port as emergency hub for Gaza relief efforts. In a significant operation, President Joe Biden stated Thursday that the U.S. military will create a temporary port off the coast of Gaza to send in much-needed goods. This decision comes as Israel continues to block deliveries on land. In his annual State of the Union speech, Biden announced the program and, while defending Israel's military campaign against Hamas, he urged with the country to allow additional aid into the blockaded enclave. Biden informed the joint session of Congress that he is authorizing the U.S. military to spearhead an emergency mission to construct a temporary pier in the Mediterranean along the shore of Gaza. This pier will be able to accommodate huge shipments of food, water, medicine, and temporary shelters. A temporary pier, according to Biden, will allow for a significant uptick in the quantity of humanitarian aid reaching Gaza. He clarified that although the U.S. military is leading the operation, American forces will not be stationed in Gaza. The U.S. and Israel coordinated airdrops of aid into Gaza for several days before to the humanitarian operation. Massive operations of this kind rarely occur in friendly or isolated regions, and certainly never in the lands governed by a close ally and major beneficiary of U.S. military assistance. Upon leaving the White House for the capital, Biden's motorcade pleaded with Israel to do more in response to the war protesters who had congregated in the surrounding streets, demanding an end to the conflict. It is unacceptable to use humanitarian aid as a negotiating chip or a secondary factor, and I repeat this to the Israeli leadership. Biden emphasized the need of prioritizing the protection and rescue of innocent lives. Continuing his defense of Israel's right to respond to the October 7 attack by Hamas, Biden assured legislators that no one has a stronger record when it comes to his support for the Jewish state. Unprecedented attacks by Hamas on southern Israel, killing some 1,160 people, mainly civilians, according to Israeli authorities, set the stage for the conflict. Following the incident, Israel made a commitment to root out Hamas, the Palestinian group that has controlled Gaza since 2007, and eventually destroy it. The health ministry in the zone governed by Hamas reported that over 30,000 people have perished, the majority of them were civilians. Circumnavigating Cyprus for screening. Hundreds of additional truckloads of assistance each day will be possible thanks to the temporary port stock, according to a top official in the Biden administration. Cyprus, an EU member state, rather than an Arab one, will conduct the screening of the cargo, which is a crucial element for Israel. Israel and Egypt share the sole land border with Gaza. The United Nations has issued a famine alert due to the severe scarcity of food, water, and medication in Gaza. The whole 2.2 million person population is facing food insecurity at a crisis level or worse, according to the World Food Programme. Air and sea deliveries cannot be considered a substitute for land deliveries, according to UN Humanitarian Coordinator for the Palestinian Territory Sigrid Kaag, who stated during Thursday's Security Council meeting. Land deliveries were temporarily halted after October 7 and have only recently resumed. United States and Jordanian C-130 cargo planes delivered over 38,000 meals into Gaza, marking the third airdrop into the territory in less than 7 days, according to U.S. Central Command. According to a military statement from Jordan, the airdrop also included planes from Belgium, the Netherlands, Egypt, and France. On Saturday, the United States dropped over 38,000 meals into Gaza through airdrop. On Tuesday, they dropped over 36,000 more. However, airdrops cannot possibly meet the needs of the vast majority of Gaza's residents.